Though hadiths mention 124,000 prophets were sent, only 25 are named in the Quran. We have knowledge about these prophets from the Quran, hadiths, and earlier books like the Torah and Bible. However, many don't know about the nations they were sent to, the regions they lived in, and where those places are today. This video takes an educational journey through who these 25 prophets were, where they were sent, and where those lands are now. They were human beings like us with families and desires, but they dedicated their lives to their mission. Allah mentioned their names in the Quran. Peace be upon them all. Adam, Adam alayhi salam, the first human and prophet, was created by Allah's command from different types of soil. Angels mixed this soil with water and shaped it. After 40 years, the clay hardened like dry mud. On the 10th of Muharram, a Friday, Allah gave him a soul and taught him knowledge of everything. By Allah's command, angels prostrated to Adam, but Iblis refused arrogantly and was cast from paradise. Adam married Hawa, created in paradise, and they lived there together. Because they ate from the forbidden tree, they were sent to earth. Adam repented sincerely, and Allah accepted. Allah appointed Adam as Caliph on earth. After separation for years, they met in Arafat and built the Kaaba. Adam was given a small book with 10 pages and taught people faith, worship, and knowledge. A tragic event occurred between Adam's sons. Kabil, driven by jealousy, killed his brother Habil, the first murder in human history. According to narrations, Adam lived about 960 years. Over time after his death, some people went astray, leading to new prophets. His grave is said to be in Jerusalem, Mina, or Arafat. Hadiths mention his height was 30 to 40 meters. Idris alayhi salam was the 5th generation descendant of Adam. Allah gave him 30 scriptures and taught him many sciences. He taught people to sew clothes and build cities. He knew 72 languages and invited every community to true religion in their own tongue. Idris was the first to write, use a pen, and teach knowledge. He studied stars and sky movements, known as the prophet of knowledge and art. He migrated from Babylon to Egypt, calling people to true religion. The Quran says we raised him to a high place. Many scholars believe he was taken to the heavens without dying. Nuh alayhi salam was sent to the region of Mosul in Iraq. His people were idol worshippers from Mesopotamia. Nuh was given prophethood at 50 and invited his people to believe in Allah for 950 years, but only a few believed. When he realized they would never believe, he prayed to Allah. Allah informed him of a coming great flood. By Allah's command, he built a large ship, took believers and pairs of every animal aboard. Heavy rain poured, water gushed from earth, and disbelievers drowned. The flood lasted 6 months, and the ship rested on Mount Judy. One of Nuh's sons didn't board and drowned. Nuh had 3 sons, Sam, Ham, and Japheth, who became ancestors of all people. Sam's descendants include Arabs, Jews, Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians. Ham's include Africans, Egyptians, Ethiopians. Japheth's include Turks, Greeks, Russians, Mongols, Chinese, Indians, Europeans. For this reason, Nuh is known as the second Adam. He died at 1,000 years. Hud alayhi salam was sent to the people of Ad in Yemen. They became wealthy through trade, built tall buildings, but became corrupt, worshipping idols and cheating in trade. Hud called them to Allah, but they denied him. Allah warned them with drought and famine, then sent a strong burning wind that destroyed them. Only Hud and believers were saved. He settled in Mecca and passed away there. Salih alayhi salam was sent to the people of the mud. Idol worshippers advanced in technology and architecture, carving homes inside mountains. They lived in Madin Salih, Saudi Arabia. Salih invited them to Allah. They demanded he bring a pregnant she-camel from Iraq. Salih prayed, and a large camel emerged, a clear sign from Allah with abundant milk. But tribal leaders killed the camel to stop Salih's influence. After 3 days' warning, Salih and believers left. On the 3rd day, a loud sound and violent shaking destroyed the mud. Only true believers survived. Ibrahim, as. Ibrahim Sam is one of the 5 great prophets sent to the Chaldeans who were idol worshippers. He defended Tawhid. While his people celebrated a festival, Ibrahim broke the idols except the largest and hung the axe around its neck. When questioned, he said, "Maybe the big one did it." They had no answer but lit a huge fire and threw him in. By Allah's will, fire didn't burn him. After this, his people rejected him, and he migrated with wife Sarah to Egypt, then Palestine. In Egypt, he married Hajar. After many years, Ibrahim had Ismail from Hajar and Ishaq from Sarah. Ismail became ancestor of Arabs and Prophet Muhammad. Ishaq became ancestor of Jews and prophets from Bani Israel. Ibrahim and Ismail built the Kaaba by Allah's command and performed Hajj. Allah showed Ibrahim a dream to sacrifice his son Ismail. When he placed the knife on his son's neck, Allah stopped him and sent an animal instead. Muslims continue this tradition by celebrating Eid al-Adha. Ibrahim passed away in Jerusalem at 175. He is known as Khalil of Allah. Lut Sam was Ibrahim's nephew. After migrating from Babylon to Sham, Lut was sent as prophet to Sodom, around present-day Jordan and Dead Sea. The people worshipped idols and committed homosexual acts that were forced upon others. They assaulted young boys, enslaved them, blocked roads, and kidnapped male travelers. This became organized oppression. The Quran describes, "You approach men, block roads, and commit shameful acts in gatherings." Lut invited them to the right path, but they refused and threatened to expel him. 3 strangers appeared as handsome young men and stayed at Lut's house. The city people demanded to take these guests by force. The guests revealed they were angels and told Lut to leave during the night. That night, Lut and believers escaped. By morning, the city was turned upside down, stones rained from sky, and corrupted people were destroyed. They were punished because they forced this lifestyle on society and normalized group assaults. Ismail Sam was Ibrahim's eldest son and great-grandfather of Prophet Muhammad. His mother was Hajar. Ibrahim left Hajar and Ismail in Mecca. While Hajar ran between Safa and Marwa seeking water, Zamzam miraculously burst from the ground. Ismail was sent as prophet to the tribe of Juram, teaching Allah's religion, prayer, and zakat. He was skilled in archery and horse riding. Hadith books mention Ismail revived Arabic language. His miracles included making fruits grow on thorny trees and sheep give milk. He passed away in Mecca, buried beside the Kaaba in Hijj. Ishaq Sam was Ibrahim's second son, mother Sarah. He was sent to Canaan, today's Palestine. He visited Mecca with brother Ismail and spread his father's religion. The Quran describes Ishaq as righteous, truthful, and devoted. He was father of Yaqub. His miracles included animals testifying to his prophethood, a mountain moving through prayer and bringing dead animals to life. He passed away at 120 in Palestine, buried in Hebron, where Ibrahim was also buried. Yaqub Sam was Ibrahim's grandson and Ishaq's son. His title is Israel. Why his descendants are called Bani Israel. He had 12 sons who became tribes of Israelites. He was sent to Canaan. Because of deep love for son Yusuf, other sons became jealous. The Quran introduces Yaqub as one of the most patient prophets. When he lost his son, he said, "I only express my sorrow to Allah." On his deathbed, he asked his sons, "Who will you worship after me?" They replied, "We will worship your God and the God of your fathers, the one true God." Yaqub died in Egypt but was taken to Palestine and buried next to Ishaq. Yusuf Sam was Yaqub's son sent to Egypt. He lost his mother young and was raised with great love by his father. As a child, he saw a dream. "I saw 11 stars, the sun and moon, all prostrating to me." This signaled he would become a prophet. Yusuf's character and his father's love made brothers jealous. They threw him into a well. A caravan found and sold him as slave in Egypt. Chief Minister Aziz bought and raised him. When Yusuf grew older, The minister's wife Zuleika tried to tempt him, but Yusuf protected his honor. Though truth became known, he was imprisoned unfairly. In prison, Yusuf preached Tawhid and interpreted dreams. The king had a strange dream no one could interpret. They remembered Yusuf who explained it. 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. Egypt prepared, and Yusuf was placed in charge of treasures. Due to famine, his brothers came to Egypt. Yusuf recognized them, kept brother Benjamin through a clever plan, then revealed his identity, brought his family to Egypt, and healed his father's blindness. Yusuf forgave his brothers. There is no blame on you today. May Allah forgive you. After reuniting and reaching highest position, Yusuf still longed to return to Allah. His prayers recorded, "My Lord, you have given me power and taught me interpretation of events. Creator of heavens and earth, you are my protector in this world and hereafter. Let me die as Muslim and join me with the righteous." After death, he was buried near Jerusalem. Shuaib. Yes, Shuaib alayhi was sent to the people of Madian and Aika, located between Jordan and northwest Saudi Arabia. Known as Orator of Prophets for his effective speech. His people worshipped idols and were involved in trade, but cheated in measurements, unfair weighing, charging interest, and fraud. He called them to Tawhid and justice. Give full measure and weight with justice, and don't reduce people's belongings. But they mocked him. Shuaib warned Allah's punishment would come within 3 days. An earthquake seized them, and they were found dead in their homes. The people of Aika showed same corrupt behavior, but their punishment was different. Days of extreme heat followed. Sky darkened like cool shade was coming, but from that shade came burning fire from sky, and all were destroyed. Shuaib returned to Madian with believers. He met Musa alayhi, who married one of his daughters. Shuaib lived 242 years. Today there's a shrine in Jordan called Wadi Shuaib. Ayyub. Yes, Ayyub alayhi was sent to Bani Israel. He was wealthy, generous, righteous, and thankful. Allah tested him with trials. He lost wealth, then children, then health. His body was full of painful sores. Only his wife stayed and cared for him with patience. Despite whispers of shaitan, he trusted Allah completely, never complained. When Allah saw his strong patience, he accepted his prayer. After 7 years of illness, Allah told him to strike his foot on ground. A spring appeared. He drank, washed with it, and was cured. Allah gave back his wealth and children. His story teaches never lose hope in Allah and continue worshiping with patience even in hardest times. Dhul-Kifl. Yes, Dhul-Kifl alayhi was sent to Bani Israel, cousin of Aliasa. After his death, Dhul-Kifl continued conveying Musa's religion. He was known for patience in worship, calmness in judgment, and fairness. Why he was given the title, the one with responsibility. Despite Shaitan's tricks and tests, he never failed in duty. Allah granted him prophethood, and he taught laws of Torah. He passed away in Sham, Greater Syria. Musa alayhi was one of the greatest prophets sent to Bani Israel. He was born when Bani Israel were enslaved in Egypt. Pharaoh was warned a child from Bani Israel would threaten his throne, so he ordered all newborn boys killed. Allah inspired Musa's mother. Breastfeed him, and when you fear for him, place him into the river. The baby was placed in the Nile and found by Pharaoh's wife Asiya, who took him into palace. Later his real mother was brought as his nurse, as Allah promised. Musa grew up in Pharaoh's palace. After accidentally killing an Egyptian, he escaped to Madian, where he married Prophet Shuaib's daughter. Allah gave Musa prophethood on Mount Tur. He was commanded to go to Pharaoh and demand he release Bani Israel. As miracles, his staff would turn into a snake and his hand would shine bright. Pharaoh rejected, called himself God, accused Musa of magic and gathered magicians to defeat him publicly. When Musa threw his staff and it became a giant snake swallowing their tricks, magicians believed in Allah immediately, but Pharaoh killed them. Allah commanded Musa to take Bani Israel out of Egypt. Pharaoh chased with great army. When they reached the sea, Musa said, "My Lord is with me." He will guide me." Allah told him to strike the sea with his staff. The sea split in two. Israelites crossed safely. When Pharaoh's army followed, the sea closed and they drowned. Allah said, "Today we will preserve your body as a sign." Musa was called to Mount Tur again, where he received the Torah. But while gone, his people led by Samari made a golden calf and worshipped it. When Musa returned, he became angry and prayed to Allah. Samari faced terrible punishment and people repented. Throughout his life, Musa taught Bani Israel Allah's commands with great patience despite their complaints. He wished to enter the Holy Land, but Allah didn't allow it. They were forbidden from entering for 40 years. Musa passed away in the desert. Hadith say his body was moved close to Jerusalem. Harun, yes, Harun alayhi was Musa's brother, sent to Bani Israel. He had soft heart, spoke clearly with wisdom, even better than Musa in speech. Born in Egypt, he grew up under Pharaoh's oppression. When Musa received prophethood, Harun was also chosen and went with him to Pharaoh. After leaving Egypt and crossing Red Sea, Musa went to Mount Tur. During that time, Harun led the people. However, they were misled by Samari and worshipped a golden calf. Though Harun warned them, he couldn't stop them completely. He stayed with his people in the desert and passed away before Musa. He was buried on a mountain known as Jabal Harun. Dawud, yes, Dawud alayhi was prophet and king sent to Bani Israel, from family of Yaqub and father Suleiman. He was born, lived, and passed away in Jerusalem. He was given the book Zabur and had very beautiful, powerful voice. He fought an army of Talit and killed Jalit, Goliath, which led him to become king. He ruled with justice, made Jerusalem the capital, and conquered many lands. One miracle was shaping iron without fire. He fasted during day and worshipped at night. Suleiman, yes, Suleiman alayhi was given great knowledge, unique power, and vast kingdom. The Quran describes him as just ruler and prophet who could command winds and communicate with animals and jinn. Born near Jerusalem, wind and animals were under his command. He ruled with wisdom, completed Masjid al-Aqsa, and supported knowledge and art. Jinn worked for him, building palaces, castles, statues, diving in sea to bring pearls. The hoopoe bird informed him that people of Saba, including Queen Balkis, were worshipping the sun. Suleiman invited her to Islam. When Balkis came to his palace, he had her throne brought instantly. After seeing wonders, she said, "My lord, I have wronged myself. Now I submit with Suleiman to Allah, Lord of worlds." Suleiman traveled with wind, understood languages of animals, and had both animals and jinn in his army. At life's end, he died while leaning on his staff, and no one knew until staff broke and he fell. This showed jinn didn't know the unseen. He died near Jerusalem. Ilyas, Ilyas alayhi was sent to Bani Israel in present-day Lebanon from family line of Harun. Israelites were worshipping false god called Baal. Ilyas invited them to worship Allah alone, but they rejected him. As a result, famine and disasters began. When people repented and believed, Ilyas prayed to Allah. Rain came and blessings returned. But later, people went astray again, returning to shirk and worship of Baal. Ilyas warned them again, but their denial was stronger. During this period, Ilyas miraculously healed a sick boy in a village named Aliasa. Aliasa believed in him and later became prophet after him. Aliasa, yes, Aliasa alayhi is mentioned twice in the Quran. He continued Ilyas's mission, calling people to believe in Allah. People stayed misguided for a while. Aliasa was patient and firm. Eventually, for a time, his people returned to truth. He was given miracles, such as healing the sick and making food and water abundant during famine. When Bani Israel became disobedient again, Allah sent Assyrians to punish them. Before he passed away, he appointed Dhul-Kifl as successor. Aliasa lived a long life and passed away peacefully. His grave is said to be in Sham or near Aleppo. Yunus, yes. Yunus alayhi was sent to Nineveh, capital of Assyrian Empire. People worshipped idols. Yunus preached Tawhid for years, but they rejected him. He warned of Allah's punishment. Thinking punishment was near, Yunus left the city, a mistaken judgment as he hadn't received permission from Allah. He boarded a ship during violent storm. Lots were drawn, and his name was chosen 3 times. He was thrown into sea. A great fish swallowed him. Inside darkness of fish, sea and night, he made sincere prayer. His repentance was accepted. Fish brought him to shore safe. He quickly returned to Nineveh. Meanwhile, people felt coming punishment after Yunus left. They repented altogether and turned to Allah. When Yunus returned, they welcomed him joyfully and renewed faith. They became the only community in Quran saved as whole after mass repentance. Yunus taught Allah's commands and passed away at 83. Lessons from his story: never lose hope. Despair is forbidden. Allah opens path to salvation whenever He wills. A nation that repents together can be saved together. Zachariah Ali Sam was sent to Bani Israel. He worked as carpenter and served in Jerusalem. He took care of Maryam and raised her with good character and worship. When he saw miraculous provisions coming to her in prayer place, he was amazed and made heartfelt prayer. He called Israelites to return to Torah and purify their morals. Though old, Allah blessed him with son Yahya. Later, when Israelites rejected miraculous birth of Isa, they began slandering and trying to kill those who supported him. Zachariah fled, but was eventually martyred when Jews cut down tree where he had hidden. His shrine is believed to be in Aleppo. Yahya Ali Sam was Zachariah's son, sent to Bani Israel. He preached in Palestine, Jerusalem, Damascus under Roman rule. He was granted as answer to Zachariah's prayer in old age. Yahya learned Torah at young age and delivered Allah's message. He was pure, righteous, and deeply devoted. When Isa became prophet, Yahya also called people to follow teachings of Injil. Due to Queen's request, Yahya was imprisoned. He was later martyred because he didn't approve of King Herod's unlawful marriage. He died at 34. His miracles included rocks speaking and stars being seen in daylight. According to most well-known opinion, his grave is inside Umayyad Mosque in Damascus. Isa Ali Sam was one of the greatest prophets sent to Bani Israel. He was born without father. His mother was Maryam, righteous and pure. The Quran says Allah breathed into Maryam from His spirit. He made her and her son a sign for all worlds. Jibril came to Maryam in form of man and gave good news of child from Allah. Maryam went to quiet place and gave birth to Isa under palm tree. While still in cradle, Isa defended his mother against accusations, saying, "I am servant of Allah. He has given me the book and made me a prophet. Allah gave Isa the Injil, gospel. He was sent to confirm Torah and correct corrupt beliefs. He had 12 disciples who supported him closely. Most people rejected him despite miracles. Some claimed he was son of Allah, a belief considered shirk in Islam. This idea was introduced into Christianity centuries later through influence of pagan Roman priests. The Quran responds, Allah is far above having a child. When He decides something, He simply says be, and it is. Though Isa showed many miracles, most Bani Israel rejected him. They tried to kill him and informed Roman soldiers. But Allah didn't allow them to succeed. Instead, He raised Isa to the heavens. Both Islamic and Christian sources agree Isa will return to earth near end of time. Isa performed miracles such as speaking from cradle, healing sick, and bringing dead back to life by Allah's permission. Christians believe Isa was crucified. However, in Islam, Isa was not killed or crucified. He was raised to heavens and will return one day to fight Dajjal and unite people under Islam. Muhammad, SAW, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the final prophet sent by Allah as mercy to all people and worlds. He was born in 570 in Mecca. His father was Abdullah, mother Amina. He came from noble tribe of Quraysh, family of Hashim, tracing back to Ismail, son of Ibrahim. He lost his father before birth and mother at age 6. He was raised by grandfather, then uncle Abu Talib. In Mecca, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. He never worshipped idols or committed sin. At 25, he married Khadija, who admired his honesty. At 40, while in cave of Hira, he received first revelation from Jibreel. Read. This marked beginning of prophethood. First believers were Khadija, Abu Bakr, Ali, and Zayd ibn Harida. Idol-worshipping people of Mecca rejected his call to worship one God. They accused him of being insane, poet, or magician. Believers were tortured. He was boycotted, stoned, insulted, threatened with death. His hardest year was year of sorrow when both Khadija and Uncle Abu Talib passed away. Then came miracle of Isra and Miraj. In one night, he traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem, then ascended to 7 heavens. At 53, he migrated to Medina with Allah's permission. This migration marks beginning of Islamic calendar, Hijri. In Medina, he established first Islamic state and made treaties with Jewish tribes. Allah says, indeed, Allah has greatly favored believers by sending messenger from among themselves, reciting his verses, purifying them, and teaching them the book and wisdom. Some major events in his life. Battle of Badr, 624. Battle of Uhud, 625. Battle of Kondak, 627. Treaty of Hudaybiyah, 628. Battle of Khaybar, 628. Conquest of Makkah, 630. At age 63 during final Hajj, he spoke to over 140,000 companions in farewell sermon. He ended tribal revenge traditions, honored women's rights, and called Ummah to hold firmly to Quran and Sunnah. Allah revealed, "Today I have perfected your religion for you." In 632, he passed away in room of Aisha, resting his head in her lap. His noble grave is inside Prophet's mosque in Medina, known as Rada al-Mudahara. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught people tawhid, worship of one God, good character, justice, and mercy. Though orphan, he left greatest legacy, Quran and Sunnah. He said, "There will be group of my ummah who will believe in me without seeing me. They are my brothers." His greatest miracle is the Quran. The book sent from Allah is highest example of Arabic language, unmatched in meaning, wisdom, and depth. To those who claim it wasn't from Allah, the Quran gives challenge. Bring chapter like it. But no one has ever succeeded. Not even one surah. This challenge still stands today. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was ummi. He could not read or write. Yet he brought books so deep, so perfect, and so free from contradiction that it continues to guide all humanity. The message he brought changed hearts and entire societies. Even today, it continues to shine with same divine light.